This is another episode of Random Thoughts from a married man, just sharing my heart and whatever it is that God places in my heart. I will just share their ramblings, but I hope they'll make some sense. Yeah. So today I want to share about an interesting topic. Marriage is not an achievement. Marriage is not an achievement. Today I will not debunk the myth, but I will support it and say that it is indeed true that marriage is not an achievement. And I'm sure you guys have seen this statement going round and round and round, and I support it. Especially, interestingly, that this week I stumbled upon a post that one of the media houses in Kenya had shared about a 50-something-year-old man who was giving his life experience about being the stigma and the loneliness associated with being a senior unmarried citizen. And so today, I think a lot of people in this generation, whether by choice or whether by chance, or circumstance, have settled into the realization that they will either remain unmarried for the rest of their life or they'll remain childless. Some both. Some will remain unmarried and childless for the rest of their life. And I think this community keeps on growing and growing and growing. And for me, today I want to talk about that. And I want to talk about that from a biblical perspective. Because as you know, these are not my thoughts. I do not share what I think, but I try and share from the Word of God, because the Word of God is truth. And the Word of God provides solutions to us, to the problems that we solve, problems that we face in this world. And so, just to begin with, is that marriage is not an achievement. It has never been and it will not be. Let me take you guys from the story of the Garden of Eden. So God creates a man called Adam, and he places him in paradise, in what I shall call the Garden of Eden. And so Adam, he is in the middle of paradise, all around him are all kinds of trees, bearing beautiful and wonderful fruit. And all around him are animals, and Adam is in this utopia of a world, he's in paradise, for lack of a better word. And God has this communion with God that I believe we will never get to experience that until we get to heaven. But Adam here has a one-on-one relationship with God, and Adam gets to commune with God and hang out with God and chat with God, and just how amazing it will have been. As in that, if you talk about a perfect life, I think Adam had the perfect life. But as days wear on, God realizes something, that despite Adam having the perfect life and God saying that everything he made was good, he realizes one thing, and he says this to him, that it is not good for a man to be alone. And God decides to make him a companion or a helper suitable to him, And God puts Adam to sleep, and then out of his side, out of his rib, he fashions or he creates a woman. And God does that, and he just presents her to the man. And Adam, for the very, very first time, we hear him speak. We had never heard him speak before, but here we hear him speak, and he says some very deep and very poignant words. He says this, he says, wow, this is bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh, and she shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. And he says, and for this reason, for the reason of a man joining to his wife in marriage, he says this, and for this reason a man will leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. And so, one of the things that God said it is not good, which I want to address today in this video, God says it is not good for a man to be alone. And I think for one of the wonderful aspects about marriage is that marriage and family is a solution that God came up with, is an antidote to aloneness. And today I want to speak about this. I don't know if there's an English word called aloneness, but just allow me to use that word for this video. So God comes up with a solution for the problem that Adam has. Adam has a problem of being alone, and God says it is not good for a man to be alone. And for me, I believe God has never cancelled that statement. even in 2024, it is still not good for a man to be alone. And one of the things that I've realized is that our generation is slowly facing the problem of aloneness, like what Adam has. And aloneness is not loneliness. Because Adam was not lonely, Adam had God as a companion. Adam had the animals. Adam had his work that he was doing. Adam was not lonely, but he was alone. And I think there's a difference between being lonely and being alone. And for me, as I've had the people who choose the life of being unmarried or being childless, is that they say that, for me, I want to focus on myself. I want to focus on traveling. Some say I want to focus on making money. Some say I want to build a community around me. Some say I want to travel the world, though the burden of a married partner or children. Some say I want to live my best life. And that is all okay. For me, I believe those are just antidotes to loneliness, But aloneness has no antidote, You can be in a crowd of people. You can be traveling the world. You can be making the most money in the world. You can be living in the biggest mansion in the world, in the best neighborhood in the world, and still be alone. And that is why God said it is not good for a man to be alone. And that's why for me in this video, as I've said, that marriage is not an achievement. Marriage cannot be listed amongst achievements. Because you know what achievements are? Achievements are getting your dream job. Achievements are traveling the world, filling up your passports. Achievements are owning your dream car. Achievements are living in your dream mansion. Those are achievements. But marriage is not amongst those. Marriage can never ever be compared to an achievement because it is not meant to be an achievement, Marriage is meant for companionship. And let me tell you guys, the last 10 years being married to Gathoni, one of the things that I have really enjoyed is her companionship, her friendship, having someone to share your life with. All the money in the world cannot buy that. All the travel in the world cannot buy that. All the cars and the houses cannot buy that. Companionship, getting someone to walk through life with together, to share life's moments together, getting someone to come home to. And now that God, through his grace, blessed us with children, it even makes it more beautiful, having little people, just to go through life together, to go through brokenness, to go through plenty, to go through life together. It is beautiful. And I think that is why God said that even though Adam had the perfect life, think about the most perfect life ever, but he was still alone. And as I think about what most people ask for on their deathbed, I am a fanatic of reading such stories of what people say when they die, or what people ask for, for their very last request before they die. And without skipping, to the last number, everyone wants their family and loved ones around them as they transition from this life to the next. Nobody asks for, give me my title deeds, give me my degrees, give me my achievements, give me my, my logbooks, Nobody asks for those things. Everybody asks for, I want my family to be around me, And I think God, he was perfect in him coming up with a perfect solution for aloneness, which is marriage and family. And so guys, I think as I end this video, I don't want you to say never say never. I think never say that I will never get married, I will never have children, Especially a lot of people in their 20s, they say that. But I think as you get older, as me in my fourth floor, as you get older, you begin realizing that, guys, some of the most important things in life are not things. Some of the most important things in life are not achievements, or money, or they're not things that money can buy. Some of the most important things in life are family, getting to share your life with someone, having someone to come home to every day. And so if you have chosen through chance, through choice, or through circumstance, if you have loved and lost, the Bible, the wise men say that Better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. So I think this is just a call out for you to give one more chance to love. Yeah, to finding that special one who you will share your life with. Never say that I will never get married, never, ever, ever, or never have children. Give life a chance, because that is what makes life all beautiful. And as I end this video, let me end by a verse that I love very much. This verse says this, that houses and lands are gifts from fathers, but an excellent or a wonderful wife is from the Lord. That the Lord is the one who gives these spouses, And so if you have a desire one day to get married and to have a family, then ask God. And God who blessed me and Gathoni with a family, I don't think he's a God who has special ones, Anybody can. Ask God. And God is going to give you that. And for me, I believe that you will now enjoy companionship the way God created it. So thank you guys. Till next time. God bless.